Good Monday morning, Oswego, and welcome to Top in the Morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Megan Roberts. This morning, we will have information on a brutal fire in the Syracuse area and an update on a crash on the I-690. Also, Syracuse School Board President is calling on the community to help transform the city's schools. Later in our broadcast, we will have an inspiring story about runners in New York City coming together for Boston. We'll have a more in-depth look at your top stories in just a moment, but first take a look at your weather to get you out the door with meteorologist Ryan Farrell. Good morning, Ryan.
Yeah, Megan, good morning to you. It is really nice outside. A little cool though, we're at 38 degrees, but we have sunny conditions. That's really going to be the story for today. We're starting out cool in the 30s, but as the day progresses, we're going to see sunshine. The clouds are going to be around. They're going to be high clouds. We're not really going to have to worry about too much for today, though. Taking a look at your top weather headlines, high and dry for today and tomorrow. Really nice conditions out there, but unfortunately, a cold front will move through central New York by midweek. But we're looking at pretty nice conditions heading on into the weekend. So there's a quick check of your weather. I'm going to send it back to Megan now.
All right, thanks, Ryan. Well, the Red Cross is helping a Syracuse family this morning after flames overtook their home around 5:30 last night. 7 people were able to escape the fire, including 2 adults, 3 toddlers, and twin infants. Firefighters tried extinguishing the flames from inside the home, but had to leave the house after the flames made the home unstable. The roof caved in moments after firefighters got out of the house. The blaze was first reported as a kitchen fire. However, firefighters have not given an official cause. A head-on crash occurred last night after a 21-year-old woman entered the 690 westbound ramp going the wrong way. The driver hit another car driven by a 30-year-old woman. Both women were taken to Upstate University Hospital but are expected to be okay. Police say tickets have not yet been issued. The Syracuse School Board President is calling on the community to help transform the city's schools. The president says that it is imperative to transform the school district into one where every student has access to a high-quality education that prepares him or her for college and a career in the 21st century. The Board of Education knows that if current performance continues in the district, many students will be unprepared to compete in the global marketplace. Well, 11-year-old Syracuse native Ellie Mayberry is just one of 351 people from across the country who will be competing at the Syracuse State Fairgrounds equestrian competition this weekend in the Interscholastic Equestrian Association. The 6th grader has previously won local and regional competitions and is hoping for her first qualifying for the national finals at Syracuse's State Fairgrounds this weekend. A Syracuse lottery trial on the 2 brothers accused of stealing a winning lottery ticket will not answer the $5 million question. No matter what the outcome is, the $5 million in unclaimed winnings will remain that way until well after the verdict. Lottery spokeswoman Caroline Hatman says nothing will happen to the money until all pending criminal matters are resolved. This includes the trial of the father of the 2 boys. Andy Ashker is accused of stealing the ticket from Robert Miles at the Green Ale Market on East Fayette Street in Syracuse on October 27, 2006. Well, we're going to take a quick break, but first take a look at what happened on this day in history.
MBA program helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Last night, Lori Capricuzzi scored 2 goals on Aliyah Brian Love.
Joe, get out. Adam, you're in.
Lori Korpakovsky scored 2 goals on Ilya Brizgalov. Got it!
And welcome back. So, Ryan, kind of a crazy case going on in Syracuse right now with a whole lottery ticket scandal.
Yeah, it really is. It never really surprises me what people will do to get some money like that. I mean, that's crazy.
I know, and I mean, but $5 million on the table, like they don't want to get this one wrong.
Yeah, you got that right.
So, but kind of a chilly weekend this weekend.
Yeah, you know, as we head on, like last week, we were touching 70 degrees, and then we were in the 40s. We saw some snow this weekend, too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that on Saturday.
I did. I was actually outside for it, and I was like, are you kidding?
We're not going to have to worry about snow for this week, though, so that's nice. But yeah, springtime, you know, we get some cold air, some warm air mixing in. It's really a competition between those two. So for this morning, we're starting out chilly, but sunshine out there, and that's what we're going to see for most of today. We're going to see some high clouds in the region, though, but not really anything to worry about. Today is Earth Day, everyone, and this is an outdoor weather forecast. This says good, but I'm going to bump it up to great. It's going to be a nice day out there. Temperatures rising into the upper 50s, plenty of sunshine, a little breezy out there with winds right around 10 miles per hour, but that kind of mixes the air, so that's really going to help bump up those temperatures. Head outdoors, maybe have the lunch outside, whatever you'd like. Temperatures around the region right now, mainly in the 30s and 40s. Heading off into the eastern part of the state, Poughkeepsie at 39, Albany at 36, and Glens Falls at 37 degrees. We have high pressure anchored off the coast. For today, that's going to bring up some mild southerly winds. And this is what our current visible satellite looks like right now. And this is what it really, the sun is reflecting off of the clouds. And as you can see, here's the sunrise as the light is finally starting to get on us right now. We don't really have too much to worry about. These are just some high clouds filtering in. We're going to be clear for the majority of today. Here is our current radar. I mean, nothing. You don't have to worry about any rain right now. And look at over the northeast. There's kind of just a bubble right now of clearness. And that's high pressure. That's what we're going to see for today and tomorrow. This rain is going to start to move into the northeast, but as I said, very strong high pressure. That's going to keep us clear, kind of a dome of warm air. We're going to see that for today and tomorrow. These showers will eventually work their way in by Wednesday. That's when we're going to see the next chance of rain. Tonight, we're going to get chilly, down to 36 degrees, as the clouds aren't really going to be there, so it's going to be a little bit colder. And by midweek, we're going to get another shot of cooler air. The jet stream is going to dip a little to the south. Now, it's not going to be too cold. We're only going to get into the 40s. We're not going to see any snow out there, really, so nothing to worry about. Classcast for today, starting out cool, but as the day progresses, up to 58 degrees, sunshine, head outdoors. It's going to be a great day out there for today. And now taking a look at your 5-day forecast. Monday and Tuesday, pretty much picture perfect for spring. On Wednesday, that's when we're going to see the next threat for some rain, and a cold front is going to be associated with that. That's going to drop us down into the 40s. No snow, though. That's really the big thing for this week. So there's a full look at your forecast. I'm going to send back to the news desk now.
All right, thanks, Ryan. Ithaca police are looking for a gunman who shot another man on Elm Street at around 10:48 last night. The victim received 3 gunshot wounds, leaving him hospitalized. His injuries are not considered life-threatening. The suspect fled the scene on foot. Anyone with any information is being asked to contact the Ithaca Police at 607-272-9973. Well, the man charged with mailing rice and lace letters to the president and senator is expected to be back in court today. The hearing could reveal what evidence authorities have collected from his home and vehicles. The man charged is Paul Curtis, who through his lawyer has denied any connection with the letters. In the hearing, Curtis's lawyer, Christy McCoy, tried to show that authorities had collected little physical evidence. On Friday, FBI agents said some of the evidence, such as DNA, was still in the process of being examined. Well, now we will take a look at today's most up-to-date financial news with Dan I. Dan?
All right, thanks very much, May. Dan I here filling in for Mike DeWolf this morning. The Japanese automaker Toyota says it plans to move some of its Lexus production to its Georgetown plant. State documents show Kentucky gave Toyota nearly $150 million in state and local tax incentives for the expansion bid. and Toyota is investing $360 million into the factory. The plant is expected to begin producing Lexus's ES sedans starting in 2015, and that plant already builds Camry, Camry Hybrid, Avalon Hybrid, and Venza models. So now at a time when the majority of Americans are using online banking and some even depositing checks using their cell phone cameras, roughly 8% of America's 115 million households don't even have a checking or savings account, according to census data compiled by the FDIC. The numbers are far higher amongst minorities. More than 20% of African American and Hispanic households are essentially left out of the American banking system. 56% of the unbanked households earn less than $15,000 annually. And if you were to ask why they don't have the bank accounts, 1/4 will tell you they just don't see any value in it. And with savings account interest rates stuck at almost zero, that's hardly irrational. And over in European news, a major strike at Lufthansa Monday could impact travel around Europe. The German airline is canceling nearly 1,700 flights, with only 20 of its usually scheduled 1,650 short-distance flights canceled for today, after workers called for a walkout over wages. Verdi, the service union representing the employees, is demanding a 5.2% pay increase for the 33,000 Lufthansa ground staff, plus employees of various subsidiaries, as well as cabin crew members who are Verdi members. Lufthansa has offered just 1.2%. And well, that's it for financial news. We'll send it back over to May.
All right, thanks, Dan. Well, the SUNY-wide smoking ban will begin in January 2014. Our very own Maggie Fowler discusses with students the pros and cons of such a strict rule.
To relieve stress, some students may resort to smoking, especially since finals are approaching, but this may not be an option for them in 2014. By January 1st next year, all 64 SUNY campuses will be smoke-free according to the Board of Trustees.
The intentions are good to stop some people from smoking, which not only affects your health, but also the health of others. However, like I said before, you do what you want with your health. Who am I to tell you what to do as long as you're not affecting others directly, like smoking right in their faces?
This idea was proposed in June 2012 to help promote a healthier campus environment. The 18 to 24 age group makes up 18.9% of smokers, the highest smoking rates of any group. It will affect students, staff, and faculty. Many people, however, feel the new law will be met with a lot of resistance.
It's my right to smoke cigarettes, like, my choice, and then, like, they're telling me I can't.
I do think that would cause a significant amount of outrage on the campus and may even result in people quitting.
There are 608 campuses tobacco-free nationwide, and since this past January, New York alone has 67 smoke-free campuses already. SUNY will become the largest public university system to implement a smoke-free campus law in 2014.
Coming up after the break, we'll once again be joined by Dan I with your latest entertainment news and another look at your forecast. Stay with us. You're watching WTOP Top in the Morning.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Well, good morning and welcome back to Top in the Morning. So before we get to weather, I just want to kind of touch on that package that we just saw from Maggie about the complete ban on smoking on all SUNY campuses. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you know, right now it's pretty restricted actually. You know, you have to be 10 feet away from the dorms, and they're completely doing away with it. I mean, I think a lot of people will be upset about it.
I agree.
A lot of people will be happy though. It's a pretty hot issue. I mean, I like it, but unfortunately I won't be here next year to really see it in effect.
I kind of just wonder what you know, what they plan to do with smokers on campus. Where will they be able to go?
Maybe there will be a designated area somewhere. I'm not really sure. But if they say nowhere on campus,
you know, but
what's left?
Do you think people will be comfortable going outside today to smoke? Or what's the weather going to be like?
Yeah, you know, it's going to be a great day. They can go outside on campus now while they still can
While
and smoke, I guess. We're going to take a look at your current conditions outside right now. We're sitting at 38 degrees. Lots of sunshine out there. You're going to want the sunglasses in addition to an extra sweater because it's chilly out there. Sunglasses and sweater, it's a pretty good combination for today. Taking a look at your day planner, a chilly start as I mentioned, but that's going to change as we build on to the afternoon. We're going to get more clearing. More sunshine is going to come out along with that. Now, it's springtime, so once the sun starts to go away, we start to cool down. We're going to be down to 47 by 5 p.m. So it's really going to be the afternoon where we're going to see those temperatures in the 50s, and we're going to top out right at 57 degrees. Sunshine, it's a little breezy out there for today. Southeast wind, though, out of the south. So it's a warm wind, but it will be right around 10 degrees for today. Another check, Earth Day. Get outdoors. If you're riding the bike to work this morning, just grab the extra jacket because it will be chilly. Good conditions to head outdoors for today. Maybe you're picking up some bags, garbage outside, whatever you want to do for today. It's going to be nice out there. And that's because we have high pressure anchored off the coast right now. That's bringing in some warmer air, and we are clear along with that. So we're going to see sunshine for the majority of today. And that's really reflected right here. The high pressure is right there, and you can see clear all around that. This is a next system, but that's not going to work its way into central New York until Wednesday. And here you can see Monday and Tuesday, upper 50s, plenty of sunshine. Head outdoors, ride the bike to work, maybe, whatever you'd like. That rain's going to make its way back on Wednesday, and we're going to cool down for Thursday and Friday. We will be clear, though. We're going to be in the 40s, and heading on into the weekend, I think we're going to see those temperatures rise back into the 60s. If you're a fan of social media, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. If you have any weather questions, send us an email and we'll be happy to answer them. So today and tomorrow, it's really going to be nice. We're going to be touching 60 degrees, sunshine. I'm going to be outdoors both days. I know that.
I have a question for you, though, and this might be a little forecasting into the future, but when do you think this roller coaster of warm weather and cold weather is going to just come to an end, and we're finally going to just see a long stretch of some nice, refreshing, warm weather?
Yeah, you know, it's really tough in the spring because you have warm and cold air kind of battling back and forth. So I think as we head on into early summer, that's when we're going to start to see consistent 60s, 70s. Everyone's going to be happy by around then, I think.
All right, well, thank you, Ryan. Well, one week after terror and heartache struck the finish line of the Boston Marathon, runners in New York City dedicated a 4-mile run in Central Park in honor of Boston. Over 6,000 runners in the event wore "I Run for Boston" on their shirts. CEO of the New York Road Runners, Mary Wittenberg, says, "Just as everyone became New Yorkers after 9/11, today we are all Bostonians." Extra security precautions were taken at the event. All proceeds from the event are being donated to One Fund Boston. For extra information and the latest updates on the situation in Boston, check out the rundown tonight at 10:30 p.m. Well, Relay for Life is an all-night marathon of who lasts the longest without sleep. Christy Summers has an in-depth look of next weekend's event.
Many students on campus ask how they can help. Well, at SUNY Oswego, we are holding the Relay for Life on Saturday at 6 p.m. in the Campus Center Arena.
Relay for Life on SUNY Oswego campus is an event that's put on by Colleges Against Cancer. Basically what happens is students and even like community members can come and they just do like fun events all night. You fundraise for cancer from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next morning.
Relay for Life also features a survivor's lap, a luminaria ceremony, as well as a fight back ceremony.
And the point of it is to kind of like stay up all night in remembrance and in honor of people that have cancer and are fighting for it, like for their entire lives or for like part of their lives, and to just keep that in mind. And the money that's fundraised goes to cancer research through the American Cancer Society.
So come to the Campus Center Arena on April 27th, 6 p.m. and Relay for Life.
And now Dan I will join us once again with your latest entertainment news. Dan?
All right, thanks again, May. I put on my second hat of the morning here. And well, after this weekend, I found it necessary to rehash my cheer, tear, and jeer for the winners and losers of this weekend, the 19th through the 21st. We start off in Oklahoma City. 2 cheers are in order, and only 1 is for a team. The Thunder rolled, beating the Rockets 120-91 in their Game 1 of their playoff series. The bigger story, though, is this fan who sank at halftime sank a half-court shot to win $20,000. Now, either the public is picking up its game or basketball isn't as hard as we've previously thought, as this is at least the 7th half-court shot that I've seen made since September of last year. Either way, congratulations and kudos to this lucky fan for getting my cheer. Now, my jeer for this weekend belongs to actress Reese Witherspoon, who was arrested in Atlanta. She loses some points for using the age-old phrase, "Do you know who I am?" Witherspoon and her husband, Jim Toth, were stopped on Friday after their car was spotted weaving in and out of traffic. Her husband was arrested for DUI, and while Witherspoon was arrested for disorderly conduct. Witherspoon has issued a statement apologizing for her actions. She said she clearly had 1 drink too many and is deeply embarrassed about what she said. And she admits she was disrespectful to the officer, just saying that he was doing his job. She has said she has nothing but respect for the police. Regardless, Reese gets my vote of disapproval and this weekend's jeer. And well, my tear for this weekend goes to one particular bag of popcorn in Houston. At Minute Maid Park on Sunday, Astros' Brett Oberholzer gave up a solo home run to the Indians' Drew Stubbs that just clears the wall. Unfortunately, bursting the bubble of this fan in his brilliantly conceived plot to catch the ball, it went awry as his popcorn was completely destroyed in the process and fell all over the warning track. And if you take another couple looks at it here, the fan tries to use the popcorn to catch the home run, whereas I would be so bold as to suggest a mitt may have worked better in his favor. No confirmation on if the ball actually stayed in the bucket. The important thing is the fan did end up with the ball. Sadly, the Astros lost 5-4 to the Indians, giving that obliterated bag of popcorn in Houston my tear for this weekend. That's it for entertainment news, May. And, you know, a good weekend, but all in all, some good parts, some bad parts, some not so great.
I have to say, though, that Reese Witherspoon did handle that situation very gracefully, and, you know, said a lot about her character to publicly say it was my fault.
Yeah, she made the best of a very tough situation, and after it had happened the next day to make a public statement, always in the best to stay in the good of the public eye.
Yeah, sure. And Dan, question for you: do you think that they replaced the popcorn at the baseball game?
From what I saw, it didn't. All sales are final, and on the tickets they put that you watch this game at your own risk, and one lost bag of popcorn, unfortunately, is not replaceable, I would assume. But you get a good souvenir out of it.
Yeah, you got the baseball. So how many people can say they got one of those?
That's true. And you know what? I felt more bad for the outfielder that got doused with popcorn.
Oh, sure.
He even missed the catch. He was close, but.
Well, I noticed that some of it had ended up on the field after that. So did they have to come out and clean that up? Or?
They actually left it because
they did?
Played as it lies, almost a golf rule there. Just let it go. But after the game, it was cleaned up and such. But for the time being, popcorn on the field.
All right. Well, thanks, Stan, for our entertainment news. We need to take one last break, but when we come back, we'll have a final look at your forecast. But first, take a look at what celebs are celebrating their birthday today. Stay with us. You're watching Top in the Morning.
WTOP. Yeah.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
And welcome back. Well, as Ryan has been telling us, today is Earth Day. Environmental groups around the world organize rallies and demonstrations to help raise awareness about environmental concerns. One of the biggest challenges in recent years is how to combat climate change and greenhouse gas emissions. The first Earth Day was on April 22nd in 1970 and is credited with starting the modern environmental movement. It was the brainchild of Democratic Wisconsin Senator Gaylord Nelson. Now, more than 40 years later, Earth Day is observed by 1 billion people in 180 nations around the world. It's a tradition spanning decades each year after the Big A-Day game. Fans gather to roll toilet paper around the iconic oak trees, which are dotted across Auburn University. This weekend saw tens of thousands come to take part in the tradition for the last time before the trees are cut down this week. In 2010, after the Iron Bowl, the oaks were poisoned with a herbicide by an Alabama fan. Auburn officials decided they had no choice but to remove them. And now we're going to take a look at your final forecast with Ryan.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day out there. We're going to top out at 58 degrees, lots of sun out there. A little cool to start. You're going to need the sweater, but you're going to need the sunglasses later on in the day. As I mentioned before, I'm going to be outside all day long. I mean, it's going to be a great day out there.
What a beautiful day for Earth Day.
Absolutely.
Earth Day activities, yeah.
For anyone that's going out, cleaning up anything, it's going to be nice for them too.
I've got a couple of intramural softball games today at 4:30 and 5:30, so it's good to see that I'll be able to get those in as we've been dealing with rain the past couple of days.
Yeah, it's going to be clear. You're going to need sunglasses though, especially if you're in the outfield.
Oh,
I mean,
man,
who knows?
I play center, so this is going to be a little bit, it's a little tougher. I guess I got to bring the sunglasses.
Well, and kind of a sad story to come on Earth Day about the trees at Auburn University having to be taken down.
Yeah, the backstory to that was a fan from Alabama poisoned the trees, and he was actually taken to court over it. And it's just kind of a sad story to see that a game like football has gotten so much beyond it that you would attack almost the integrity of the university.
And these are iconic trees for the university. I mean, people come to the university to see the oaks and everything. So.
And as we take a look at it again there, you see that's one of the rallying points for Auburn, and that's one of their big things. So to have them be forced to be cut down, it's a sad story, but Auburn's a tough school. They'll be okay.
I wonder if they'll replant them.
I sure hope so.
Yeah,
it's a great day to do it on Earth Day.
Exactly, on Earth Day. So, well, that is going to do it for us here for WTOP Top in the Morning. For the entire 10 News team, I'm Megan Roberts. Have a fantastic Monday morning.